What's happening YouTube? Joe Cage here. After 24 hours of using the new iPhone 5, I thought I'd do a quick review on it. The first thing you feel once you pick this phone out of the box is, shit, it's light. It almost feels hollow considering the fact that it's made of metal and glass. Like all Apple products, this has a premium finish to it. It has a great feel and it looks absolutely beautiful. I had to make a tough choice between the black and the white one. I've always had a black one, so I was thinking of going for the white one, but I had my reasons. I'll come over it. So starting with the review, it is 7.6 millimeters thin, and it is 18% thinner than the iPhone 4 or the 4S. It still has the same resolution. It is 326 pixels per inch retina display. It's the same as the 4 or the 4S. For a long time Apple has been with the 3.5 inch display, but with the iPhone 5 they've moved to a longer display. The display measures 4 inches diagonally, and it is 1136 by 640 pixels with an aspect ratio of 16:9, which is great for 1080p videos. The old apps have not been stretched or scaled to fit the new iPhone. They just have a small letterboxing in the sides. So I was telling you that I had a tough decision to make between the white and the black iPhones, and that was partly because of this. So say for instance I open the eBay app, you see there's a bit of letterboxing on the top and bottom here, but it's hard to notice. That is because of the fact the phone is black. With a white iPhone it is very prominent and doesn't look that great. So, but you need not be too worried about it if you're planning to take a white iPhone, because most app developers would be adjusting their apps to fit the new iPhone. The touch sensor has now been built into the display itself, which has made it 30% thinner. Apple says it has reduced glare as well, but as you can see there's still a bit of glare since it's glossy and not matte. The new iPhone is now enabled with the long-awaited 4G LTE, but UK users will not be benefited by this because 4G networks don't come into the UK until the end of this year or earlier 2013. The first 4G LTE network would be Everything Everywhere, which is something related to T-Mobile network. And you can see I have T-Mobile and the network signal already shows EE over here. But still I'm not having access to the 4G network. I'm connected to my Wi-Fi, and when I'm not it's still 3G. iPhone 5 is now powered with the A6 chip, which is 2 times faster and 22% smaller than the A5. The battery life of this phone is about 8 hours of 3G talk time or 3G browsing, 8 hours of LTE browsing, 10 hours of Wi-Fi browsing, 10 hours of video, or 40 hours of music. And the standby time is 225 hours. Apple has stuck to the 8 megapixel sensor, same as what was in the iPhone 4S. It produces 3264 by 2448 pixel resolution images, and it is with backside illumination and hybrid IR filters. It's a 5-element lens. What that does is it produces more stable images. It has a 2.4 aperture lens, so that helps in low light conditions. Apple also claims that it's 25% smaller. The standout feature with the iPhone 5 in the camera is the panorama mode. You select options over here and hit on panorama, and you see that you have a guiding line over there with an arrow mark. You'll be able to shoot 28 megapixel panoramic images with this feature. It records 1080p videos, and the new feature is you'll be able to click photos while you're recording. This is a feature that's already come on the 1X and other phones. Apple has also brought in FaceTime over 3G. There's a new improved FaceTime camera. The front-facing FaceTime camera over here is 720p now, and they have moved it to the center, as I had already mentioned in my unboxing video. They have also gone from the 30-pin connector to the 8-pin lightning adapter now. The new connector fits both ways into the phone. The earlier charging cables that I had used to snap at around this area, but now I hope that problem doesn't happen here. This is a very good looking adapter. It's tiny. iCloud Tab Sync is now enabled on the iPhone with iOS. iCloud Tab Sync is now enabled with the iPhone over iOS 6. So any bookmarks that you may have on your Safari or any tabs that you may have open here would sync up with your other iOS and Mac devices. Apple has dropped the Google Maps and they have come up with their own maps right now. I hear a lot of people have complaints with this map, but this is a cloud-based system, so once people start using it more, it would get better through time. So I think it is right for us to give Apple some time on that. But as for the 3D feature, it looks brilliant. As you can see, this is the London Eye and it looks gorgeous on this. If you're completely dissatisfied with Apple's map application, you could go to Safari, open Google Maps there and create a shortcut in your home screen. So there you go. Now you have a Google Map application on your iPhone. I think Apple's earpods are one of the best earphones that come with any phone. They sound great. It's a huge improvement over the old ones. Though it looks like Eve from Wall-E, it is not an in-ear earphone, it is a normal earphone. With the iPhone 4, Apple had moved to the micro SIM. Now with the iPhone 5, they have moved to the nano SIM. I hope they stop here, because handling SIM cards would become very difficult if they go any smaller. As you would know, there's no YouTube app now. If you want one, you'll have to download it from the App Store. I think this is a good turn because I believe Google would be able to do more justice to the YouTube app than what Apple was doing. Apple claims to have more than 200 new features in the new iOS 6, so I'll make a separate review for that. So subscribe and I'll keep you posted.